I am not a science man, but like I think it's called
a
science man.
Do it back.
How
are we, internet family, and welcome back for another collab video with my lovely friend Calum McSwiggan.
It's me.
It is him again. I'm in his house. I just like to be here.
This is my bedroom.
And what did we do today? Tell them.
We went to the gym and we had healthy food and healthy snacks and healthy drinks and
a lot of chats. It was
and
a lot
lots of chats.
So we didn't know we were going to do this video. We've no plans for this. This is going to be an actual conversation. Today we're talking about why we don't weigh ourselves anymore, and this is like a topic I get asked about a huge amount because I cover a lot of body image stuff.
Yeah,
Cal has discussed body image issues on his channel before as well. He's fit as fuck, like look at him.
Thank you
looking pretty.
Tell me how fit I am. But I wasn't at all fit. I got to the kind of point where I was like borderline obese by
Same.
like the the technical definition. I was borderline obese. I put on a lot of weight unexpectedly. I put on like almost 4 stone. And
that was the exact same as me. What age were you when that happened?
This was about 2-3 years ago. So,
oh my God.
Yeah,
so in
I
your
must have
20s?
been about 24, 25.
Yeah, I gained 4 stone exactly when I was 19, which I talked about in other videos. But like it was... And it's such a huge thing to adjust to in such a short space of time. And when you're told by like a doctor that you're borderline obese, your brain...
It's really scary and it's terrifying. And
Yeah.
for me, it kind of just like came out of nowhere. I didn't change anything. I didn't change my diet. I didn't change my exercise. I guess just growing up, my body started to change. My metabolism shifted and I put on all this weight out of like nowhere.
Yeah. Needless to say, we both lost a lot of weight. This video, I want to focus completely on the bloody scale and the impact that has on your mental health and how much more freeing it is to like work out and kind of just live your life without shackling yourself to it and like like kind of measuring your value on what number you are today. Do you know what I mean? So when did you stop weighing yourself?
Well, I feel like I should start by saying when I started weighing myself.
Oh, yeah.
So I started getting a load of... every time I'd upload an Instagram post or a YouTube video, I would suddenly get all these comments saying I was fat, like, I can't believe how much weight you've put on. Like,
why are people so mean?
I don't know, like this. It's like so many of them... Some were just like saying it as an observation, but so many of them were genuinely meaning it to be horrible, to be mean. And that really... I really internalized all that, and it really, really got to me. And I kind of... attached my weight, like what the scale said when I would step onto it, literally became what I attached my self-worth to, which is so unbelievably unhealthy and so dangerous.
Yeah.
So for a long time, every single morning, I would weigh myself, and whatever that scale said, that was how I felt about myself. That was how I felt for the day. If I lost a pound, I would have a great day that day. If I stayed the same or gained a pound, I would have a miserable, horrible day.
Yeah. Like I used to have this cut-off point that if I ever went over this weight, I would feel like crap.
Terrible,
like I would torture myself over it. Like I'd be like, right, you need to do X, Y, Z until that is under there. And then when it would go down 0.2 of a pound under that number. And I would be like celebratory. And that number is like now, it's 20 pounds lighter-ish than I am now. Like I know, based on my clothing, I know that I haven't really changed weight in the last like year. I weigh myself probably like once a month now. But what we used to do is like weigh obsessively every day. Like multiple times,
like once in the morning, once at night, and sometimes like if I was around at lunchtime, I'd step on at lunch.
It's so
like
dumb.
I was obsessed. It's so
and did
dumb.
you do the thing where you in the morning you'd take your clothes off and wee and poo and everything,
and
then it had to be, the scale had to be in the middle of the floor in the same place.
It had to be. Everything had to be like perfect for like optimum weight, and it's so stupid because it fluctuates so much. Your body weight can fluctuate literally like 5 or 6 pounds just based on what you've eaten, what you've drank,
alcohol the
like
night before, period, time of the month. Oh my God, so much. Like a woman's cycle, like I mentioned before in a video about like gaining, like you gain 5 to 10 pounds before your period, and like girls who are in this kind of process of being obsessed with the weight, like that is torturous. Like it's horrible to have to deal with that every bloody month. So we kind of came to a realization that it doesn't matter what's on the scale, because when first of all, if it ruins your day or it makes your day, like that is ridiculous.
That
insane. A number on an object determines, and no one else notices these stupid minuscule differences on the fucking thing, and it can deter you from even working out. This is what happened with me in the past. Like if I wasn't noticing a difference quick enough or whatever, or you were putting in all these hours,
you'd want to give up. It would make you want to give up.
It's horrible.
I feel like people start weighing themselves as a way to monitor progress, which in theory is a really good idea,
sense.
but in reality it's the worst, because I remember weeks where I literally used to write it down every single day what I weighed. And I would compare, I had an actual diary of how much I weighed, and I would compare it every single day. And like sometimes I would look back a week and I'd be like, oh my God, I've gone swimming every single day this week, and I've eaten so healthy this week, and somehow I've put on 2 pounds. That's it. I'm giving up.
I'm done. I'm done. Doritos, like everything.
Exactly. But to be honest, like that was probably, maybe I'd put on some muscle, or like it's so more.
Oh yeah, muscle weighs more. So like a lot of girls start lifting, because I've just talked about this. I've started a fitness journey and I'm doing weights now and stuff, and I know my weight may go up and stuff like that. Like I don't want to know what I weigh. I don't want to measure. I want to go to the gym and exercise. Like today, like we went and got smoothies and stuff, and we didn't know what was calories wise was in them or anything like that. We don't know like what we burned in the gym or anything like that. Like you're being at a point where you're not thinking about that, and you're doing it for like the feel good element, and like it's going to have an impact on your body, it's going to have an impact on your mind. And if you can go like consistently, if you're going to be going consistently, why does it matter what you weigh?
Yeah, because it's going to make a difference.
Yeah,
it's going to.
Because you shouldn't be exercising for like 4 weeks just for like an occasion anyway. Like it should be just a thing that you do. Even if you're not going to work out in the gym, like walking or whatever it is that you want to do, like it's just good for you. And I would never, I am a very like body positive and pro, like love yourself and stuff like that, but at the same time I would encourage everyone to exercise, no matter what place you're in. Even if you don't want to lose any weight, you have like exercise is so important.
I used to have like chronic headaches. I would get headaches 3 or 4 times a week, and it would ruin my days. These headaches, they were like literally debilitating. And as soon as I started like swimming every day and recently started going to the gym, those headaches have almost completely disappeared. And it also, the rush, the endorphins, and like going to the gym in the morning literally sets me up for the whole day, and I feel so good.
I feel great since we went today. Like I literally, like we went and we got green juice and a protein smoothie thing with like fruit stuff in it, and
that juice was awful.
It was disgusting.
It was like kale and broccoli, and like it was
manky. It was a veggie juice, and we were like, we'll just drink it for the health. And I was like Instagram story, and I couldn't finish it. There was all bits in the end of it, but like we did that, and then we went and just exercised for a while, going on our phone in between the sets or the reps or whatever it is, and then we had lunch, and then we had showers, and I just feel lovely right now, and I don't have a clue what I weigh, how much I burned, and I love it. And I'm going to go again in 2 days. Like, you know what I mean?
I love doing it with a friend as well. Like so many, whenever friends text, they're always like, "Hey, let's get dinner, let's get drinks." And now I'm like, "No, let's go to a spin class, let's do a yoga class, let's go to the gym together."
Fun.
So much more fun doing that. So much more fun.
And I love having friends and knowing people who are into it as well, because like I find it harder when I don't know anyone who will do it with me or who will like encourage it.
Just move to London, please.
Why did you stop weighing yourself ultimately?
I think I started swimming, and that's how I lost all my weight. But then recently, about 2.5-3 months ago, I started going to the gym. And
it's
when I was weighing myself then,
I know,
like going to the gym, best thing I ever started doing. I feel better, I feel more confident, I look better. Like it's made an enormous difference. But I was weighing myself at the beginning of doing that, and my weight was fluctuating so much because you're gaining muscle, you're losing fat, like you've got all, like it's just all so much more complicated than that. So I was just like, I'm gonna stop, because it would weighing myself would literally put me off doing it. And yet if I stopped doing it, I knew like I could sit at home and be on the sofa, or I could go to the gym, and like even if I had a terrible workout in the gym, it's still better than staying at home.
Yeah.
Why weigh myself? I know it's gonna have a beneficial impact on me and my body. So why do it?
And the thing is as well with those numbers, like you be chasing numbers forever. It's like with anything in life. It's like with people can get locked into that with like followers or with money. Like there's always a lower number or a higher number if you're trying to build muscle, or there's always more money, or there's always more followers. You can't measure yourself by those fucking numbers. And like I was the same. Like I stopped weighing myself when I realized that I was being detrimental to my mental health, when I realized that I'm never going to reach a number and it's going to stay like that without any work. It's never going to happen. So like if I gave myself a goal weight, for example, and I got to that goal weight, first of all, I've surpassed my goal weight in the past and I was still miserable because I had no confidence. So when I got there, I realized that the work doesn't just suddenly stop. It's not a case of, and then I was like, what? So am I going to keep weighing myself forever and just seeing the same number? Like what's the benefit of that? Or am I going to keep weighing myself and expecting it to go lower and lower and lower until there's a skeleton left? You know what I mean? It's like, that's how eating disorders can trickle in very, very easily. And I don't think it's a good habit to have. I get it being on top of it to make sure you're not going in the opposite direction. So having a very general, but you can do that by like your genes, how your genes fit.
Or just looking at yourself. Like we notice the differences in ourselves. And I find as well,
the body checking we should say.
Oh my God.
Yeah, so like this is one thing that like we both still deal with, where so even not weighing ourselves, but like because you can feel differences on your body. I think when you're too aware of it, it's a bad thing. You're still there.
I do have a lot of leftover body issues, which again were generated from all the comments I had about my weight online. And I
love that you're honest about it. So many people are like, I'm fine.
Yeah, you know what I mean? It affected me. It genuinely did. So, you know, but like I do have a kind of overhang and some kind of remaining body issues from that. And like one of them is that I'm constantly checking my body. I was saying to Melanie earlier,
feel his belly,
we were just walking
because I used to do this so much,
walking down the street having a conversation, and I'm literally just like grabbing kind of like my ab area and like just feeling where the muscle is and feeling how much fat there is there. And it's like I constantly do it. It's like I'm convinced that since like half an hour ago I'm gonna have, you know, kind of put on 4 stone again.
Yeah. But it's something that is just because that's like part of I had body dysmorphia, and I like saying I had it because I don't like thinking in that mindset that I still have it. I know I do still have remnants, but that is one thing with me is that I do often run my hand along certain areas to notice where it's at. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And has it gone in? Has it gone out? Like, and I don't start crying over it or anything, and I definitely don't let it make me not eat a meal or whatever. But I still notice it. So that's why that takes years to unprogram from your brain.
It really does.
But not weighing yourself is a huge step in the right direction. It
makes such a difference. I've become so much happier just by not weighing myself. And I honestly think, like, it may seem like a little bit of a flippant thing to say, but I honestly think like so many like problems literally come from the scales alone.
Massively.
Yeah, it's a real issue. And like if there are people out there who do weigh themselves and they find it a positive experience and it doesn't make them feel bad and they just and it works for them, that's fine. You just
leave comments. Actually, like I want to know how you feel about it, because I have been told by people before, like they were like, the scale holds me accountable and all these kinds of things. But I just don't think
which is fine. It's fine, but you just need to remember that it's more complicated than that. Your health, you could weigh nothing, but you could it could all be
you could weigh minus 5 pounds.
Yeah, but you might have like it could all just be fat, but you just like the way your body composition may be terrible.
I remember when I got quite small at one point, and I was told like I was overweight in my body fat. And I was like, what?
Yeah.
I was like, it's so complicated.
It's something called, I think it's called, I am not a science man, but like, I think it's called something like, being like,
a science
man. It's called like being internally obese or something. Where you can weigh nothing and you can be really, really small, but it's all just like body fat.
Yeah.
And like, so, and the scales won't tell you that.
No.
The scales will never tell you that. So, you know.
It's just pointless. I do think so.
Throw the scales in the bin.
Yeah, we're just sharing our views, obviously, like, but these are just like reasons why we don't do it. And I just don't ever want to get sucked into that again, where I'm like every morning it's the thing that jumps me out of bed, you know what I mean?
To the scales.
Yeah. I used to get so excited to wake up to see, and I would like, oh my God, I would not eat for hours before bed and I'd drink loads of water, and then I'd be like,
it's
right,
all nonsense, and you're just cheating it in the end. I mean, I still do kind of have a thing in the morning, and again, it's an overhang from like all those body issues. Like when I do get up in the morning, I walk into my bathroom, and when I turn on the bathroom light every day, and like knowing I'm about to see my naked body in the reflection, every day I'm convinced when I turn on that light, I'm going to be 4 stone heavier again, and I'm going to like be like devastated.
I was telling you that
and
earlier.
I turn on the light and I'm like, thank Jesus. Like, but we're laughing, but it's not healthy.
It's
and
not.
I really want to move away from that.
This is the thing, like, we're making progress. That's why, like, you know, not weighing ourselves, I think, is such a good thing. And we will get to that point where we don't, like, those things don't rule your mind. And so I think I am further along with that though than you, because otherwise like if you had the body fat percentage I had, you would be like sometimes I'll walk by a mirror and I'll think my reflection is going to be like an obese person, but I know I'm not. I know I'm completely healthy, but it just like takes time. So yeah, I just don't get it. I just don't get why you need to kind of judge how you're doing by the scale. Just keep doing the good things and the results will come. You'll feel great and you'll get to where you want to go.
Any small effort to be healthier will make you healthier.
Yeah.
Even if you just go, if you're not doing any exercise or anything, even if you just start going for a walk a couple of times a week, that is gonna have an impact on you. That is going to make you healthier.
And it'll make you want to do more. I think that's what happened with me. Like, I was kind of...
It's addictive.
I got very
in a good
stagnant
way.
with the walking. I was like, this is not... I want to just feel more. You know, so that's the thing. Like, just do something. Don't let a number on the scale make you not do more of that or make you do too much of that.
Yeah.
So that's what we saying.
And also find something you enjoy. Because there are exercises that I hate doing. Like, don't do them. Like, there will be an exercise that you absolutely love doing. Like, I love swimming, and I love sex, and I love lifting weights.
And sex.
And like, sex burns loads of... Just loads of sex.
Let's go.
Let's do it.
Have sex?
Yeah, jump on.
Yay! So thank you so much, Calum, for being on my channel, and I'm linking him right down below in the top of the box down there.
Go
not my box.
Not that.
The box.
The box.
Let's go. We're getting old. Bye. Oh God, fuck's sake.